everybody, welcome to part 2 of playing with Distress Oxide and Magicals and anything else we own. So this is being recorded live over at Ustream TV, and there is a live audience that I'm yakking at, and we're just experimenting and having fun. So if you don't like it, there's a fast forward button or an off button, and you can use it. So there you go. But if you hang in and watch it and stay with us, yay on you. Okay, I'm making a second one, like that first one that I made with the washi tape. I'm going to take the washi tape off after, because I'm not crazy about this design that I've created here. So, yeah, we're just going to try something different, see how it works. And there is a Zentangle, anybody who does Zentangle, there is a Zentangle design. I don't remember what it's called, where you do lines like this. And that's what this makes me think of. So there you go. All right, in this case, I'm going to use a Memento dark blue, to go around the edges of these. And I'm going to use my finger and a baby wipe to do it, so I don't get a great big blob. And if I don't like it, it's no big deal. But I'm just going to go over the washi tape. And then when I peel it up, I should have that design underneath. We're going to see how it works. If we don't like it, who cares? I didn't like this design anyway, so... We'll either learn what to do or what not to do, as is the case many times. Yeah, I think this will work too. I just don't know how much I'll like it. Whoops. Makes me think of just slap the washi down. Yeah, just do it. Slap it down. Get done with it. And this Memento ink, after it's down, when it dries, it's totally permanent. Whereas some of the other products I put down won't necessarily be permanent. Alright, I think I went around each one. This could be either really cool or really gross. No, you know what I'm talking about, the color smusher. I'll show you the color smusher. This. Oh. They're just bugging me in chat. Alright, I went around each one, I'm pretty sure. This one doesn't look like there's much up here. I'm going to add a little bit of more, make it darker. Oh, there's one I missed. So, actually, Eileen, yes, this is now my new color smusher. Alright, here we go. We're going to peel it off and see. Kind of cool. Oops, this one's kind of, I might have really pushed down hard on that one because it went ahead and peeled out, but what do we care? I kind of like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm kind of bummed that it tore right there, but oh well. Kind of saved this ugly one. Alright. That worked out really good. Now the thing is, actually I have a more, you know what? Where would I have put that tool? I have a tool where I could actually get the ink, where I wouldn't have that much ink spread around, where I could just do right on the edges of that and probably get it darker. Hi, Jean. You're swatching your Inktense blocks? I don't get, Eileen started on Inktense, but I love my Inktense. I really do. All right, let me think. Where would I have put that tool? Maybe down here. Let me look real quick, guys. Me and my organizing. Not there. I wish you could see this mess here right now. I found it. Yay me. Oh, you know what else I could use? Well, I don't want to go look for it. I'll just use this. If I ruin it, who cares? Right? All these crazy little tools that I use for different stuff. I actually bought most of these, frankly, for, I'll use this one. A makeup brush would work just fine for what I'm thinking. But yeah, I bought most of these tools to use with pan pastels, which I haven't played with. Eileen, remember, we have pan pastels we can play with too. I forget about them. So yeah, I could put on small amounts of ink and control it better with just this little tool right here. Oh, hello, I'm loving that. And now I'm thinking black might work out good on this. So yeah, lots of makeup brushes not being used. You and me both, Monique. You just bought some bottles of ink to paint with. Cool, Karen. And we also have the blending powder. I was thinking of that last night, Eileen, that, all right, let's see if this is going to work. It may, well, let's see. I certainly have more control with this, for sure. Yeah, the blending powder. Well, but now, Eileen, I have the paper to mess with it, and I haven't. Well, too much crazy stuff has happened. But remember, I got that expensive paper, and I was going to send you and CB some, and I don't think I ever did, because then life got cuckoo crazy, and I've never done anything with it. But I wanted to draw like something real, very cool, that would be worth having, right? Not just messing with it. But yeah, I have just not gotten to it. Oops. So much for control, right? And in case you're wondering, no, I have not bought any more pan pastels. I want to, I just haven't. This might be a little tedious for you guys, sorry. I'm liking this idea, though. I may have to play with this some more, because I am liking this idea. And it might be what I end up doing on those orange and yellow ones that I don't like so much. Black would be cool on them. I do have a lot of stuff. I didn't have a lot of stuff before I met Eileen, Karen. But now I have a lot of stuff. That day that she broke into my Amazon account really was like, there you go. That's the end of your life, girl. Now you own everything. I do have a lot of stuff. And all I really want to do is draw. I have 100 color books that most of them have never been colored in. But I think when I get old, I'll probably do that. How's that for a bunch of BS? When I get old, I'm already old. When I get older, I think that stiff tool would have worked a little bit better, but oh well. Now we're into it. We're going with it. You have about 80 coloring books and a whole bunch of work in progress. I don't even have work in progress. So I guess you're one step ahead of me. I do have a couple. I do want to finish that Colin Thompson one. I do love that book a lot. Probably my favorite book. But I have not been buying any either, I will say that. I pretty much recognize that I have enough now, and I'm not going to buy anymore. Unless something just, I absolutely have to have it. But most of them, yeah, now it's like, oh, there's other similar images in another book somewhere. There's other stuff I'd rather own. Thanks, Karen. I've said before on stream, I love to draw, and when I'm sitting by myself, that is generally what I will do. I won't get out this messy stuff unless you guys are here. I'll just sit down and draw. A lot of them I don't even keep. I just doodle draw and then throw them away or stick them in a book somewhere. I'm not like Dee Dee, where I generate and keep a bunch of art journals. I don't do that. I draw on paper that's just sitting here. If I do something I really like, I have a binder that I put it in. But I cannot draw on stream. Oh, I suppose I could. But I have to concentrate when I draw. And I feel like if I get real quiet and you guys are just sitting there, that you're bored out of your mind. And it's not fun for you guys. So that's why I tend not to draw on stream. Because I'm having to pay attention. Like, I have to think about it when I draw. Dee Dee doesn't. I wish I didn't. I wish it just came absolutely natural like it does to Dee Dee. But there again, she's got, you know, however many years of practice, and I've drawn all my life. I guess I just don't have the natural ability that she has. I really have to think about proportion and angles and yeah. So, but Dee Dee obviously has just complete natural ability. As does Cam, you can tell. The boy just, he has natural gift. But maybe I will. Hi, Susan. Hi, CB. Hi, whoever else has come in while I've been, see, this is, I get doing something like this and I don't watch chat, so Sorry. Eileen's probably yelling at me. I told you to do this. Alright, let's see where I'm missing. Works a little better if I follow the whole line straight off the page. I don't have to go back and see what I'm missing. That was a really nice gift you sent to Ange, Eileen. I have to say, you have a big heart. I hate to say it out loud in front of everybody, but you've got a good heart, girl. Yeah, years of experience as well. All right, Eileen just said something. I'm going to have to take a break and read it. Eileen said, I am a throw the paint, ink, etc. down and have fun playing with it, with what it ends up to be. Yeah. Yeah, Eileen, I thought that was really kind and generous of you. All right, I think I've got them all. Nope, there's one I missed. All right, there. Oops, there's another one I missed. Whew, glad I'm checking. All right, I think that's it. All right, here we go. Let's start ripping them off and hope they don't tear the heck out of the paper. That one's starting to tear. I pressed these down pretty good because I wanted crisp lines, so yikes. Don't be tearing the paper. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Yeah, I like these that are a little bit crisper than that other one. Yeah, this one's cool. I like this one. Okay, Jean. Thank you. Oh, there's one I missed right there. Caca. All right, let me see if I can get something right back down and clean that up. Because, see, if I didn't get all of it. Geez, and I checked how many times. Luckily, it's not a big one. Just right there. All right. Good advice, Jean. It's working awesomely. It's cool looking, I think. Oops. Helps if you pull the one on top first. Kind of like painter's tape. Okay, I'm reading chat real quick. What happened to CB? Do I have to go back and find out? Oh, your car. Oh, CB. I'm glad it happened close to home. How about that? The guy the other day at the pharmacy when I went to pick up medicine, because it was a lot. Anyway, he said, "Do you go through life just always seeing the silver lining?" And I guess I do. I guess, and I attribute that to my mother. My mother was a glass half full person. She always saw the good, and I guess that rubbed off on me because yeah, I do always try and see the something good out of every situation. So CD, I'm glad you were close to home, not out on the highway having to deal with strangers. Yeah, and see, it's hot here too. It's very hot here. So yeah, I like that. I think, yeah, I may do some more of that because I like that technique. It's very cool. So, hi, Real Bunny. It looks like a Mars road map. Yeah. There. Now, Eileen, you want me to send you that and you'll know how to get around when you get to Mars. So that's the two, how different and unique they can both look. It's almost like using a stencil. But see, this way you just get the lines without obliterating the whole thing. So I like it. I like it a lot. I'll have to figure out. I like this one too because you still got the design underneath with the other washi. So that's pretty cool. I think you could just keep working and working with that. That could be very cool. So, all right. So now, what did I say? I could do much the same thing with these. This gray one. Yeah, because send it to Jean. She needs a map of Mars. She probably does. She lives there. So you won't be home when they tell him how much it's going to cost to fix? I bet it's something simple. CB. Okay, here's the yellow and oranges. And then these three that we can just mess with. Yeah, Karen, play the glad game. That's me. Don't worry, be happy. Alright, this one, let's see. I'm either going to have to go black or... Alright, Eileen. Come on, girl, we need some ideas. I could always, too, cut these up into circles and we could start on a whole new project. Or we could just do some magicals so I can make more paper to weave because I am going to do that for sure. This I'm going to try and wash so I can reuse it. Try and think of something we haven't done. Throw some black magicals on it. Alright, let's do this one because it's the ugliest. And this one's next ugly. Just throw some black on it. Which one was the black in? The black was in neon graffiti. Cut them up? Yeah. The ones I don't like, that's ultimately what I'll do. Is cut them up into circles, and then eventually I'll paste those circles down on something. So let me get the washi tape out of here if I'm going to start spraying water. I don't think washi tape likes water that much. Another thing, let me grab it real quick. Also, I could tear up and use some of the Tim Holtz tissue paper that we dyed. I love this. I like these a lot. So, but I think this is how you're, on the last stream, Eileen was talking about using washi tape, and that's what got us doing that other thing. This is how I think the Tim Holtz washi would accept the magicals. I love this. I just think this came out so cool. So, yeah, but I could cut some of that up too and affix it to these, but we're gonna just put down some black magicals right now. I'm not really sure how to use the black actually, because black to me is like an accent color and you don't want to put a whole bunch, you know. You use some of his real washi too, yeah. And I have some of his real washi. I may try that. I reorganized all my washi the other day after I showed you guys on stream because I thought, geez, that's a mess. And you guys can't see it, but the black magicals actually look like purple, like brown purple color. I'm afraid it's just going to make a big fat mess, but we'll see. Stop, too much black. I can knock some of it off. Here. There, I knocked it off. All right, there. Is that better? I knocked it off. Now I'll put just a little bit more back on. I don't know how much was still lingering of the stuff I knocked off. We'll find out though. You were right, CB. That's a lot of black. Eileen and her black. Oh, add black. Yikes. And look at the oxide coming up through. Exactly, CB. You can add more, but you can't take it away. That's weird now. I'll just dip this edge in what's there, where I need some. Take a color smusher and take it off. This is watercolor paper. When it went on, it went on. It ain't going anywhere. Look at how the oxide is coming up through. Actually, I like this design down in here. That's cool looking. That is way cool. It almost makes me think of like the acrylic pours, kind of. How you get just colors here and there. And this one is not so bad now. I almost wish I had this for the background of my zoo ATCs. But that black, boy, don't get carried away with the black. That stuff goes a long way. A long, long way. And you have to clean it up immediately or you will have it everywhere. Everywhere. You see an eye right there? But with the oxide underneath, the black on this one almost has turned to gray, except right there where I had a lot of powder. Okay, here, we'll Jean has an idea. Let's see what it is. Sprinkle some black onto a stencil and spritz, and then use the stencil. That's a good idea, Jean. Let me go get a cool stencil. You guys can look at that while I go. I must have bumped my camera while Ange was on. Let me get it straight again, because, man, this is cockeyed. That's a little better right there. Let me go find a cool stencil. It'll just take a sec. All right, I got 3 kind of fun designs I think will work good. We'll set these aside and let them dry. We're getting weirder and weirder all the time. All right, we'll do it on this one. This is a Zentangle pattern called Muka. That would be cool. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm wondering if I should put water down on the thing, dip that in it. I think that's how I'm going to do it. We'll see. Yeah, the oxide one is cool, isn't it, Susan? All right, we can actually do it both ways and see what works better, too. Magicals as a stamp pad. I know. Eileen's going, oh boy, I want to see this. I do too, Eileen. I don't know how it's going to work. But we shall see, right? We shall see. Because really, a little bit of this goes miles. Miles and miles and miles. Alright, I'll get all this junk out of the way, out of the way. You guys are going to have my hands a dang mess. And I don't think the water is going to stick. Right now it looks like it's completely covered. Ready, set. Yikes. On the curled paper, not so good. Let's just see though. Help if my hands were in a muddy mess. Where'd my rag go? Oh no, you guys. Oh, there it is. Put the paper onto the stencil, not the stencil onto the paper. Oh, Jean. Well, the thing about putting it right on the stencil, Jean, is because of the open areas, I'd have it everywhere. That was this huge fail. Huge fail. Huge fail. All right, now, Jean, we're going to try it again. Oops. Oh, my God. I'm going to have this black crap everywhere. OMG. OMG. Yeah, it's not going to work because the stencil is repelling. Yeah, it's not going to work. I can just tell you, it's not going to work. Not working, Jane. Sorry. Here, I got a piece of scrap paper over here. We're going to bring it over on too. Yeah, the stencil is really repelling the water. So you're saying put the paper onto the stencil. Yeah, it's too uncontrollable, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's too uncontrollable. Now I got to be careful because that black's on the edge of the paper. That's going to be everywhere. We'll fold the paper. Now Jean wants me to put the stencil in some melted UT. Oh my gosh. You guys, look at what you did. Jean, you would faint if your hands were looking like this right now, right? Yeah, that's not going to work. And now I have black everywhere. Let me go get some paper towel. Jean's going sheesh. I don't know if she's going sheesh because of the artist or because of the mess. I don't know. But yeah, not doing that again. Thank you, Jean. We're cleaning up this black mess before it ends up everywhere. I'll be sleeping with this stuff tonight. Little black spots everywhere. Now, one thing not black is black. It is inky. Got to go get the stencil in water. Water, 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 water. Look at how much pigment. I mean, when I say a little bit goes a long way, I am so not lying. Now let me go throw this in the sink. Now the one way that could work is turning the magicals into a spray, which I have done and it works really well. You can turn these magicals into sprays, which is also really cool. So you could use them that way, much like a dilution spray or something like that. Look at it's everywhere. Maybe I got a little carried away, you think? You think? I'm not going to blame Jean for that mess. That was mine. Because I know that a little bit goes a long way. I didn't have to put down enough for 50 projects. My fault. Okay, I think we're ready to move on. Yeah, I like the magicals as sprays too. And if you buy those little bottles that I showed you guys before, it makes just enough, so you don't have to have a bunch of sprays on hand. Just make them as you need them. I can't get to my sprays right now, so yep. All right. No, Jean's going, I didn't tell you to put down half the jar. Sheesh. I know, Jean. I said I take full responsibility for that mess. Yeah, but then they're permanent. Exactly, Ribbit, Susan. I like the idea of stencils, though. It wasn't broke, we're safe. I blow my tissue because. Yeah, so anyway, there we go. Little bit of black on it. Now it's drying more gray, but I think that's because of the oxides underneath. I mean, I guess I can look at that paper towel later and see if it dries gray. But see how this is turning into a more like a, I don't know, steel gray, or it's not a blue gray. But I really think that's the oxides underneath working their way through. Yeah, Susan, I didn't think I was going to be a magical lover, but I have to say I'm really enjoying them. They're just fun because you never know what you're going to get. This one looks like the real Russian road map. Okay. I made a crop circle. Oh my gosh. So that was really user error. Sorry guys. I'm a dope. I'm a dope on a rope. All right, for the end here, I think let's just make some cardstock magical papers that I can weave, because I don't know, a lot of you, I've shown these several times. I want to make a couple more of these, so I want to make the paper for them. So I wish I remember how we did this, Eileen. Do you remember how we did it? I want this, I like 2 different sheets. I have no clue. One of them was blue, pink, and green, I think. I don't remember. Let's just do something. And then the other ones were green. So, I'm going to put the Distress Oxides away because we're not going to do those. We're going to do these with the Magicals. I really like the Magicals. Don't get black on yours. I won't. No, the black is gone. And I washed my hands. This is the residual after my hands are washed. So my hair is maybe not going to get real clean today. Oh well, stuff happens. Yeah, Eileen's going, who knows? We had no clue what we were doing that day. But I know it was early on, and you sent me the Caribbean cruise. And they are very, very vibrant, so I think we're going to start with those. And I know we put down multiple colors at a time. So let's do the 3 warm colors. The yellow, the orange, and the pink again. And start with that. And I think we did it directly on the paper. I don't remember if we were... We're going to miss the paper real quick. Look at how much color. I have put nothing down, and look at how much color is just existing in my environment. Oh, MG. Alright, we're going to miss the paper. We're going to put down some Magicals. And we're never going to forget that if we don't like what we do, we're going to start over. Or call it a day and go take a shower and make a nice dinner. That's what I need to be doing. Okay? There's the pink down. We're going to put the orange down. I'm bad about getting the edges of the paper, So okay, that's enough orange, and then we'll do the yellow and we'll see what it comes out like. All right, there we go. Yeah, this is going to be pretty. I've used almost a whole bottle of water today. The red seems to, or the deep pink seems to not want to dissolve as readily as the others. Now I'm going to go back in and fill in some of the bald spots. And this kind of paper, just like this, I'm adding another lighter shade of orange right now. This sheet will be good for weaving. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's pretty. And I might move some of it around here in just a second. I'll pick it up and move the sheet around. Oh, that color had a lot of white in it. That might be interesting. Alright, now I'm going to move the colors around a little bit and hope that black doesn't come off my fingers. They are pretty together, huh? I need some dark in there. I'm going to add a little bit more of that darker pink in there. This will be a good sheet to weave with. Alright, I need to set up a place over here where I can let this stuff just dry. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, this would be a good weaving sheet. Alright, I'm going to make another one. To go with that one, to weave it in two. So, give me some colors. I need colors, colors, colors. Let's do one that I might dry in between that has like the orange. I want to repeat a couple of the colors so it, you know, it works together. Alright, Eileen, I'm going to use orange and blue. Green, blue, and orange. Alright, Eileen just said it, so that's what we're doing. Green, blue, and orange. We use the same green and blue out of this set. See? Eileen is just not bashful. She just throws it out there, and I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and move the orange. And then I'll fill in with the blue and green, because I don't want to get mud, which is what I'm setting up to do here. Now I'll fill in with the blue. This is the blue. Yes, it is. And hope they don't smush up too much together. Alright, that's it. Yes, Vicky, these are the magical powders. Again, it's all I've done the last however many weeks, because I'm mesmerized by them. And I may have added too much, but I have a rag here and I can always pick some up. Gotta go get more water. And I'll grab some paper towels so I can pick some up if I want. And don't forget, yeah, they do spread like fireworks. This is going to be cut into strips, you guys, so you're never going to see this whole thing together. So it's kind of deceiving what this will end up looking like at the end of the day. So I'm just not going to mess with it too much. I'm just going to add some green now in the blank spots. Get it wet and let it be whatever it is. Yeah, Vicky S has now become Daisy. I was so confused last night because I guess we were at Jennifer's and she was saying something about being in the swap, and I thought, Daisy in the swap, Daisy in the swap. Who was Daisy? I don't think Daisy was in the swap. And it took me a few minutes to figure out that Daisy is, in fact, Vicky S. Too many Vickies. This looks really ugly, but I don't think it's going to end up being ugly. I think it's going to work great for the weaving papers, because you got to remember you'll only see little squares at a time, so it's going to work out good. I'm going to reinforce some of this orange. Yeah, it'll look good in the weaving. That's what I think too. Eileen, the more color variation, I really believe the better the weaving turns out. When you get just pops of color here and there. Looks organic or something, I don't know. Maybe organic is not the word. But a little white popping through is really cool too, so. And I think I used 2 sheets per cover. I'm pretty sure that's the way it worked out. So now I might try moving some of this around a little bit where all the powder didn't dissolve. Go ahead and encourage it to dissolve a little bit. Okay, say bye-bye to the paper. It's going to go over here and dry. It is absolutely sopping wet. So I got to be a little careful here. Let the paper absorb it. Where is that gray piece of paper? And I'll absorb some of this color that's laying around. There it is. This is my crazy, no waste kind of personality. Don't waste it. And you never know what you might get. You might get something really fun, or you might end up with ugly mud. What ugly mud? Now it's turning green-blue. Alright, we're going to do 2 more. I really like the bright colors, so that's why I'm kind of sticking with that. Let me throw out some newspapers. To catch the next ones. I think I'll do a blue-green base, blue-green-yellow. It's about time to wash that rag too. It's 2:30. Yeah, I got to start dinner in about an hour, I think. Alright, here's another piece of paper. We're going to do blue, green, yellow. I'll do the yellow first. I like just getting the paper a little wet first. That last one didn't come out mud. It came out really cool looking. Oh, you meant when I was cleaning up? Yeah. Blue, green, and yellow generally work pretty good together, so I think we'll be safe here. That green is so pretty. So pretty. I got a big old puddle of green right there. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, Aaron. I did not make mud, not yet, Scythia, but I might yet, so don't hold your breath. It might happen here momentarily. But we don't care, because if we do, we throw it away and start over. I don't want to lose all the yellow, though, and I think that's what I'm setting myself up to do. So I won't add much blue this time. And I'll go back in at the end and make, add some yellow back in the empty spots. Alright, now I'm going to go back in and add some yellow in those lighter spots, and this one's going to be really pretty for weaving too. Maybe after this one dries, I might go in and just in certain places add pink or something just for that fourth color. Yeah, this one I'm liking a lot. This one is very cool looking, and it's going to look really cool when it's woven. So yeah, I'm digging this. Digging it, digging it. So you guys remember this, so you can remember it when you see it woven up, that I said this one's going to look really cool, and it's going to. Oh, that's funny, Sophia. All right, I'm going to get this one moved over. I got to lay down newspaper first, because this table I do not want stained up. No, okay, this one I can use. Okay, here we go. Say bye-bye. It's amazing how much water that paper absorbs. Are you leaving, Dorothy? Or just saying thanks for something else? This one is turning out real ugly. This one we're going to add some of this brighter color to. kind of cool to use the, oh, you just came back. Okay. The watercolor paper is a mop. It really sucks up the water. All right. I will clean up the rest with the rag, and I've got to make one more. Yeah, because 2 each should do it, and then I'll have enough paper for 2 more journals. And I'm going to continue using these same, well, I don't know. Let's see, what other ones? Use lighter versions of the same color. I don't know if I would like that though, but it might be kind of cool. I think let's do lighter colors. Blue, green, purple this time because I haven't used the purple. Those are my favorite color combinations right there. And if it won't work with the ones we've already done, I'll make more. No big deal. We got lots of paper. We got lots of magicals. What we need is more time. Time is the issue. I wish I was more disciplined like Dee Dee. That's what I really wish. I'm going to start with the green because it seems like the lightest. I don't know why I do that, but I do. The green in this one looks so yellow. The powder looks yellow, but it's green. Let's see what it comes out like. Oh, there's a big old honking powder thing of it. That's not going to work well. One of my favorite ones was one of the very first ones we did where I added all the colors. Okay. There we go with the green. Now watch the green come out of this yellow powder. It's amazing. It's magic. For real. This is really pretty. I love this green. This has a lot of white in it, and the white does not dissolve readily. So it takes a lot of water to get that green dissolved. And if you don't, when you go back and put the matte medium over it later, you start moving the colors. So I learned that. Of course, I could always spray it with a fixative first. I like these soft colors. Yeah. Isn't that pretty? The green is so pretty. All right, now I'm going to go back and add the purple. And whatever it is what it is. I suppose one time what I ought to try is rather than adding more color when it's still wet is dry in between. And you're going to get over the pissy purple, Eileen. Um, because I generally don't do that. I just add it to it while it's wet and let them mix and do whatever they want to do. And I'm okay with that. Eileen is having a attack over the pissy purple. It's okay. I like the pissy purple with the blue and the green. I'll go back and add some green as I see where the colors are going to kind of rest. I don't want it to be splotchy like that, you know, where it looks like circles just here and there. But when I weave it, you're not going to know it anyway. So I'm going to go back and add some green. I like that in there where it's all just kind of melded and run together. I like that. Like it a lot. Now I'll go back and add some green on top. Come on, water. Looks crazy, doesn't it? It'll look really pretty when it's all woven with the yellow and the blue that I already created. I'm glad I added that purple. I'm really glad for the pissy purple, Eileen. I don't like that big blob of stuff there, though. Okay, we're going to let it dry and use it for weaving. It's really just the color on the paper is all it is. Okay, so I got those two to work together. That's going to be pretty, pretty, pretty. I've got it all over the table now. Jeez. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that one's going to work with that. It's not. I'm going to make another one with pink, more pink colors, pink and blue. I think I'm going to make a pink and blue one. That is genuinely mud right there. Even though it looks green, it's too muddy. Okay, I'm just going to clean it up because I don't like it. Well, wait a minute. Do I have any white paper left over here? Yeah, I don't like this one, so it's fine. Yeah, see, I don't like that green. All right, we'll just set that one over there to dry and we can alter it later. Pink and pissy purple with a lot of black would be nice. Ugh. I don't know about that, Eileen. I think Eileen is losing her mind finally. I've been waiting for this day. I think the day has arrived. It's time to definitely wash that mat. Do you think the green looks nice? Pink with turquoise. Yeah, that's always a real tropical, pretty combination too. Okay, I'm going to move this one out of the way. See how much is left even after you think you've wiped it all up? It's mind-boggling, really. Okay, I do want one, I think. All right, let's do, just because we can, let's do Karen's color combination, because pink and turquoise might look really good with that pink or, oh my God, that's on the edge. Oh boy, am I going to have a mess cleaning up. All right, I'm going to do one more. Pink and turquoise. I'm going to use this pink, I think. Well, no, let's use the other raspberry. And what turquoise do we got? Probably, well, it's kind of, ugh. Our choices are skimpy. Because that one's more green. No, we're going to use that one. And yellow, if we need, as the third color, I think. I'm going to have to get more water. All right, I'll start with the pink. What's on the baby wipes? I don't know. I'll have to get one out and look because I don't know. I don't know, but I know that they're scented and they absolutely disgust me. They make me want to gag. We're looking at what is on the baby wipes. Nothing. There's nothing on the baby wipes, you guys. I don't know. Hang on. Let's use it and find out. I don't know. That's pretty right there. All by its own self. Okay, here's the other baby wipe. They're sheep. Yeah, I think those are sheep, aren't they? They look like fluffy sheeps, is what they are. But that's weird, because this one doesn't have anything on it. I don't know. You guys notice the weirdest stuff is all I gotta say. That pink, I like a lot. Okay, this one, just for the funs of it, you guys, I'm going to get it dissolved a lot, but I'm going to dry it this time before I add the blue. Max saying, I didn't dream it, I promise. I found it, you guys. Flamingo pink, I know. That's probably why we haven't seen Eileen. Yeah, this one's pretty just like this. I mean, this would even be pretty just to, I'm almost tempted to leave this one and start another one. This one would be really pretty as one of the weaving sheets. I'm really tempted just to leave this, you guys, with the white showing through. I think I might. I'm going to. We can start another one, but I'm thinking that one is going to be really pretty just to weave with. Oops, gotta go move it. Do it in the wrong place. Yep, I'm saving that one just the way it is because I like it. I like it. I like it. Now I'll start another one with pink and we'll add some other colors. Because I have to say, one of the things I like about this cover are the ones that have white left in them, or the lighter colors. So yeah, I think I like that. All right, we'll start again. It's 3 o'clock. Oh, who knows what kind of dinner we'll have if I keep doing this. And I do have to feed Ratatouille pretty good right now. A bologna sandwich for dinner is not adequate. Okay, bye, Sophia. Have fun with the fam. This one is really pretty too. I can tell it's just going to be pretty. I'm going to get some more water real quick. Hi, Sue. I'm glad to see you back. I haven't seen you around in a while. And thank you for the welcome back because it's good to be back. That's all I can say. It is very good to be back. All right. Oh, I was going to dry this before I added more colors. So sorry you have to endure this heat gun. This is from Raspberry Lemonade is from the Under the Boardwalk set. Oh, you had trouble with Houston. Oh, that's a bummer. I had trouble with that at Angie's, Monique. It was just absolutely causing me fits at Angie. If you're having trouble on both Ustream and YouTube, Dorothy, I would be more inclined to think it's something on your computer rather than the entire internet. I don't have any trouble at all on YouTube. Ustream, another story entirely. And I've had a lot of trouble lately. Well, now I can't say that because the last one went up easy as pie. But uploading the videos from Ustream directly to YouTube because I don't put them on my computer, it's been a nightmare. But Ustream is obviously making some fairly large changes, I think, to the chat program. So I think that's why we've all experienced some issues there. Yeah, they've definitely made some changes. I'm getting used to the new chat, but I do miss pop-out. I would love to have pop-out chat. But I like that I don't have to reduce the size of the screen, enlarge it back. I mean, that to me is just ridiculous that you have to do crap like that to get a program to work. And that the user has to figure it out. That's insane to me. And I know it's hard for the people who program because they've got so many different platforms that it has to work with. It could be like an Adobe problem too, where it's a piece of software that's running in the background. Don't think it is Ustream because there is no problem here before or after Ange. Yeah, in this case it may not. I mean, I'm not having any trouble with the stream, or I'm not having trouble with the chat now. And at Ange's, it was just ungodly. It was horrible. So, yeah, I don't know. This looks like cupcake sprinkles to me. So, who knows? It could be, Adobe running in the background. Yeah. A pop-up program. Oh, look at how that blue is moving. Now, I like that. I like it a lot. So maybe I need to get some really big puddles. But I want to add some yellow in here too. Looks like the American flag. Oh, okay. You can get the pop out for chat now. See, I missed that. Okay, you're on a Mac and you don't have any trouble. Well, there you go. See, what I know about computers is enough to make me about dangerous, especially now. Years ago, when everybody worked with DOS, I could do anything. Anything. I love DOS. Yeah. Anyway, what are you going to do? Things change, and I don't have the level of interest that I used to have. But I used to be like Jean. I mean, I could do tech support all over the place. And I enjoyed doing it. Now I have no interest in doing that. None. None whatsoever. It's of no interest to me. But my husband was into that too, so. All right. Love these. It looks like someone is having twins, a boy and a girl. What? Who's having twins? Not me. All right. I hope adding the yellow doesn't jack things up, but too late now because it's done. But I think for a weaving piece of paper, this is going to be a good one because it's got a lot of color and a little light showing through. So, yeah, I love DOS. That just tells everybody how old we are, Dorothy, that we worked with computers when you still did things in DOS. I shut down chat if you're not talking. Exactly. I need you guys to give me feedback. Tell me what to do. All right. This one looks like cupcake confetti. Oh, because you blew the pink. Well, now, Eileen, you should be happy because some of the blue and yellow have mixed and we've got some greens going on in here. It is nice celebration background. The first computer I had was, they called it a TRS, I think 64, from Radio Shack. You had to program it yourself, and you had 64K of memory for the program and the data. I used one of those too, Eileen. Actually, that yellow is really popped up, and look at how much it's taken over that pink. Isn't that funny? I'm going to add some pink back in over here, I think. But these were really the three primary colors, so, you know, I did end up with some green and some purple. So, yeah, I like this. And believe it or not, you guys, the pink that I just used is more the color that they use for mixing other colors. It's not red like everybody thinks. It's really a magenta. Processed red is more of a pink magenta than a red. And the blue is more cyan colored. Alright, I'm going to wipe up some of this excess water back here. And this bad boy will dry a whole lot faster. Me too, Dorothy. I could kick myself in the butt for getting rid of my typewriter. Oh, that's funny, Jean. I loved Frogger. I really loved Frogger. How'd you get that, Eileen? Did they give it to you free when they released you from prison? That was your bonus? I think I remember those, Jean, actually. I definitely remember the Daisy Grill Pinner. Alright, that's probably dry enough. I think I do want to add some pink back in though. So I'm just going to do that. After I just dried it, you guys are going to say, she's losing her mind. She dries it and then turns around and adds water right back in. Duh. Just in certain spots, because, yeah, never mind. Alright, you guys, it's 3:30. I'm going to have to get going here because I got to go take a shower and start fetching us up some grub. Oh, I just added purple down here. Oh, that's funny. I thought it was the pink. Oh, well. I don't think it'll ruin it. Especially if I use it for weaving. You'll never see it all together. Oh, your mother-in-law was a courtroom girl. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how those worked, Eileen. I really don't. I don't understand to this day how those worked. How there was about 10 keys and they could record everything that went on in court. That seems crazy. But I'm glad it wasn't a leave prison early gift. Yeah, I like this sheet too, and I think it's going to work probably the best of all for the weaving. I really do. There, I covered up a little bit of the purple. I can't have Eileen having a cow because of the pissy purple. Alright, I'll start putting the tools away now because, yeah, I gotta go get my nasty self clean, have some dinner, and tonight. I started watching last night. I don't know if you guys remember it. I didn't know anything about it until I started watching on Netflix. It's like a one-season thing. It's called The Keepers. And it's about these, a Catholic church in Baltimore, a Catholic school in Baltimore, where one of the counselors and priests was abusing the young girls. And yesterday when I kind of felt crappy in the afternoon, I started watching that. I probably will go binge on that. Thanks, CB. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a docu-series, really. More documentary where they go around and talk to people who were around at the time. And those priests were a bunch of perverts. I'm just saying, I don't know if any of you are Catholic, but those priests were freaking perverts. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, it looks like confetti. Woo! Alright, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, I got 6. Okay, I've got an even number, so I can actually, I'll have enough material to make 3. Yay me. All right, you guys, thank you. If you've watched on YouTube, God bless you. You have a lot of stamina. And hopefully we'll catch you guys next time. Jean, if you're not put off by talk of sexual abuse of young ladies, then I would say yes, because the nun that tried to intervene on behalf of the girls ends up murdered. Yes, Monique, for certain, the bishops and the higher ups that hit it are just as bad, but it's like this whole spider web of intrigue, kind of. It's kind of boring, but it sucked me in because, yeah, just the corruption, the what people think they can get away with. So, Jean, I would say yes. Watch the first one and see if you enjoy it. I think I'm going to stream at my regular time on Monday. It'll depend on Ratatouille. But I think I'm going to try and send him off Mondays by himself so I can stream at my regular time. Mondays at 1 o'clock. So if you've watched the recording, thank you.